Raiders Nation, preseason is here, and we're at a critical juncture. After a season of ups and downs and the unexpected departure of Davante Adams, our offense has a huge hole at receiver. But there's one name that's been causing a stir among fans: Chris Godwin from the Buccaneers. Could he be the missing piece to bolster our offense? Today we're going to analyze all angles of this potential signing. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any details about our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Go Raiders! Davante Adams' departure was a shock to the fans and left our receiving core weakened. Adams was the difference maker on the field, the one who provided so many critical receptions for the team. With his departure, the offense lost one of its cornerstones, and that left us in urgent need of a new leader at the position. Now, we need someone with experience who can serve as an anchor for the quarterback. Additionally, Adams' absence has exposed a gap in experience among the remaining receivers. While there is potential among the young talent, there is a lack of someone with the mentality and presence of a true leader. This creates enormous pressure on the team, which must reorganize itself to ensure that the offense operates with the same intensity and consistency as before. We know that a quarterback's success depends heavily on the support of a reliable receiver, and this is exactly where the possibility of Chris Godwin comes in. He is one of the most talked about names to strengthen our attack. If he is indeed an option, the Raiders would gain a player with solid talent and an ability to adapt that could be vital for our team in a decisive season. But is he the solution that the Raiders so desperately need? Let's take a closer look. Chris Godwin is not just any receiver. He is known for his versatility, which allows him to play both in the slot and in wider positions, offering multiple attacking possibilities. With the Buccaneers, he has excelled as a safety target for the quarterback and someone who always positions himself well in critical moments. This makes him an attractive option for the Raiders, who need a player with these characteristics. In addition to his skill on the field, Godwin brings a characteristic that is lacking in our current team. He is a consistent player. His presence on the field gives the quarterback extra security, knowing that he will have a reliable target. With a possible signing of a young quarterback, Godwin would be the ideal piece to speed up the adaptation of this rookie. This versatility and security are extremely attractive points. However, there is one thing to consider. Godwin is different from Adams, and that requires a change in playing style. He has his own dynamic and can contribute in a different way, offering a new way to attack opposing defenses. With him, the team would gain a more versatile approach but would need to adapt to a new structure. Even so, the advantages are clear, and he has the profile necessary to be a real asset for the Raiders. Godwin is a veteran of the league and has built a solid and respected career over the years. He is known for his vision and ability to run precise routes, making him a real force in decisive moments. On the field, he stands out for his confidence and dependability, traits that are lacking in the current Raiders receiving core, especially after Adams' departure. These qualities make Godwin a strong candidate to take on the leadership role. Having a player with this level of experience not only impacts the team on the field, but also strengthens the locker room. Young receivers could learn a lot from him, and his presence could elevate the performance of everyone around him. Godwin would not only be a difference maker on the field, but someone who could positively influence the team off it. His work ethic and dedication are inspiring, and he could help build a culture of excellence on offense. However, it is crucial that Godwin maintains his physical consistency for the investment to be worthwhile. He has been through some tough times with injuries before, and the Raiders need to be sure he is ready to endure a full season without any setbacks. His experience and strength are undeniable, but this specific aspect needs to be carefully evaluated before a contract is offered. A major addition is only worth it if he can be on the field. Godwin's physical health is undoubtedly one of the biggest concerns about this potential signing. In 2021, he suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, which took him out of action and directly impacted his performance. In addition, he recently suffered an ankle injury, which raises questions about his ability to maintain high performance over the course of a season. The Raiders need a solid player, but they can't ignore his history. We know injuries are a part of football, but when it comes to a star receiver, physical history matters. Having a player like Godwin can be a huge asset, but it can also be a headache if he can't keep up with the flow of the game. At such a crucial time for the team, where every player counts, signing someone with that history needs to be a very thoughtful decision. A big investment with no return would be disastrous for the Raiders' ambitions. Additionally, taking on a player with past injuries could limit the flexibility of future signings. The lack of a top receiver directly impacts offensive performance, and a long-term injury to Godwin could jeopardize the team's entire strategy. The Raiders need to balance the need for a backup with the responsibility of preserving the budget and thinking long-term. The team needs stability, and Godwin will only be a good addition if he can provide that consistency. When it comes to Godwin, the financial aspect is a sticking point. He's on the end of a 3-year, $60 million contract, which suggests he won't be a cheap option. However, his injury history and age could make him a bit more affordable in free agency. If the Buccaneers decide to cut costs, there's a real chance he could become available. But the Raiders still need to assess how far they can go financially to secure that addition. Any investment in Godwin will require careful analysis of the impact he would have on the Raiders' salary cap. With several big contracts already on the roster, signing an expensive player could affect other priority areas, such as the offensive line and defense. The Raiders have to be strategic and ensure they are not compromising the future to solve an immediate need. Balance is needed so that the reinforcement does not burden the team's finances. Additionally, if the Raiders decide to move forward with an offer, it will be important that it aligns with their long-term plans. Godwin, despite the risks, could be an ideal solution in the short term, but management needs to consider the cost-benefit and how he fits into the team's planning. Signing him will only make sense if there is a clear vision of how he can contribute to the team and a financial structure that allows for flexibility for new signings. Given everything we've discussed so far, there's no denying that Godwin represents both an opportunity and a risk for the Raiders. He could become the anchor of the offense,